What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to my living room. Unfortunately, we're kind of stuck here at the moment. The world's on quarantine. Not really what this video is about. You saw the thumbnail, you read the title. We're talking Banshees today. If you haven't seen my last video, I went out, bought a 1997 Yamaha Banshee, sold it in one day. It really worked out well. I'll put the link for that, top or bottom, whatever. The bike I picked up, coincidentally enough, it's another 1997 Yamaha Banshee. It's yellow and red, just like the last one. The last one was in really good shape. This one's also in great shape. It's a good starting point. Motor's good, frame's good, swing arm, everything's super clean. But it needs some plastics. It needs a new shock. It needs a little bit of this and a little bit of that. And I do have all that stuff. So let's get to it. Alright, so before we really jump into all the restoration and garage time, the footage you're looking at here is from the day I picked up the Banshee. It's immediately after I bought it. You can see most of the reason I bought this bike, the frame, the motor, the A-arms, the swing arm, all the important stuff is pretty solid. It's in good shape. There's obviously a few funky things going on with spray painted parts. It has that stupid shock on the front. Actually, the OEM shock that it does have was upside down for some reason. So I mean, it just had some shit that I knew I could work out. But when I saw this bike, I thought it would be a good candidate. I had looked at a couple other Banshees before finding this one, and yeah, I picked it up and ran with it. It's basically a stock bike. It does have the pipes, but I mean, it still has the Tours on the carbs and the stock airbox and stuff like that. So I thought it would be a good project, and it, as you'll see as this video goes on, it really cleaned up like I thought it would. Let's turn the clock back a year, shall we? No, so not the Banshee that we're talking about in this video, and not the other 97 that I talked about a little while ago. A completely different set of 97 fenders I bought off Craigslist that were all beat up. They'd had sat out in the sun for probably years. They were looking pretty shit. I was able to use a razor blade and scrape off a bunch of like dead plastic, and then use some polishing compound and really buffed them back into pretty decent shape. And I actually sold them. So I knew I could probably do that with the plastic that I had. The radiator cover was pretty faded, but since I had already had pretty good success bringing back those other plastics, I wanted to try it out again and kind of refresh and revitalize the current radiator cover that I have. I started by sanding the clear coat down and then using some polishing compound to kind of put some life back into it, and it was looking pretty good. I got to admit, it was kind of matching up with the side covers really well. I had sprayed clear coat on it. It was looking super good, and then I accidentally cracked it, so I had to freaking replace it. Such a bummer to start off the build. The next step in the process was to order a bunch of parts that I would need, the front and back plastics, the new radiator cover to replace the one I had just broken. I did order some reproduction graphics for a 97 off eBay. They're a pretty decent replica. Of course, the OEM stuff's not available. I also stripped the red paint off the front bumper and primered it black. It's kind of in rough shape. It has a dent on the front, but I think I will end up using it, or did end up using it. What else? The shocks you see, I bought a pair of shocks. I needed to replace one, the one that I don't like sitting on the bike. I bought a bunch of OEM hardware, and I bought those fender stays, and everything was just kind of sitting there ready to be installed. Let's stop with these voiceovers and get into the actual teardown. Not the most ideal place to start a video, all cramped in this little garage, but it's too hot to be outside, so we're just going to work right here in the shade. I'm going to start on the front, got some shocks, and going to do some stuff for the hubs. Had to think about that. I've got a bunch of red hubs on this bike that I don't like, and we're going to try to get that off, along with a couple random things that are painted funny. And I'm going to replace this hub because you can see it's got the broken stud right there, so I might as well just replace that since it's already red. But there she is. Not too bad, but kind of not too good either, so here we go. See ya. All right, so it's looking pretty good. We're kind of getting where we need to be. Plastic's off, shock. Oh, the front shock's still not on over here. But this one was upside down. We switched it around. Just gotta put the other shock on. Both the hubs are now silver again. I took the little Yamaha finger paint job off that side. I still gotta do this side right there. The back hubs, I have 2 new rear hubs. Almost. Okay. What up? You can see these ones, I could have just stripped the paint off them, but this one right here, it has a broken stud, so I can't cheap out and strip the paint and leave the broken stud. I just can't do that, so we're gonna switch those out and move on to the next job. Quick update. Got the hubs pretty well stripped of the red spray paint. Same with the clutch cover, and on the far side the other cover had it as well, but got it pretty well off. Was able to switch the rear hubs altogether from new pieces that were never spray painted, and took care of the one that had the broken hub or broken stud, and just about ready to button this thing up and start cleaning. Got a shout out to this little lady. It's like 95 degrees out right now, and she's over here killing, just freaking killing it. Love this lady. Thanks a lot. And let's get a quick shot of the pipes. A little bit of bluing, a little bit of like golden color really, and then down below they're a little dark. About to hit them with some polish. Same on this side, not as much bluing, but still a little bit of the tan color, maybe a little blue down there. See how they clean up. Using this stuff right here, Blue Magic, which I do love. If you guys need to clean up your pipes, this stuff right here with some quadruple 040 stainless or steel wool. I can barely talk. It's so fucking hot. But look at the pipe. I've just put about like 5 minutes of scrubbing on this thing, and it looks almost brand new. You can see down here, I mean, you got to kind of get in there and get some elbow grease on it, but I think I'm going to leave that task to the proud new owner, whoever he or she may be. But it's looking mighty fresh. Can't wait to put the plastics on. Got to do the mini walk around here. Just about to put the plastics on. Looking fresh. One quick walk around of the bike. It's got my seat from my 06 on it, and my wheels and tires from the 06 at the moment, but just thought it would look cool. Kind of more OEM than the yellow seat. I put the front bumper on it too. It's not really the best, but it's something. It looks more complete with it on, I guess. This is a good running bike. I mean, people say this all the time, but it was one kick this morning to start up. Runs really good. quick walk around, she's rolling away. So that was the build on the Banshee. The 97's done. It's sitting back in storage, waiting to be sold. I can't sell it yet. I mean, this is the title for it. It's the title. This is the title I got when I bought it. So it's not like I don't have one, but I'm waiting. We're still under lockdown, all that stuff, stay at home. So the DMVs have been closed. I actually read online that yesterday, April 2nd, they were supposed to go back to work and kind of start getting some of that stuff processed. So who knows how long they've got like backlogged, and if it's going to take like 8 more weeks or something. I have no idea. I do have people hitting me up all the time. Long story short, people hit me up every single day for that Banshee. I really think it's just in my best interest to wait until I have the title in hand. That way I can just sell it. I mean, I'm not anticipating problems, but I don't want somebody to get, have it shipped somewhere, and then next thing you know, they're like, oh, wait a second, I don't really want this bike, and then I don't even know how that would work. Like, my technically property would be some other state or some other, I just don't think I want that kind of trouble. So it's not going to kill me to just kind of sit on it, let it sit in storage, and then once I get everything in my hand and get paperwork, I mean, I'll be able to sell the Banshee that day if I want to. It's crazy how many offers have been coming in. I want to put this video out. I was planning to have it like start to finish, buy the Banshee, fix the Banshee, sell the Banshee, but I'll just have to update some other time. So if you're not subscribed, do that. Give me a like, give me a comment. I'd love to hear from you. But anyways, appreciate you guys. Take care. Peace.